Whose episode is this?
It's my episode, you dingbat.
don't call me a dingbat, you dipwad.
Whoa. It's going too far.
Is that a real insult that people use, or did I
No,
just make
you just
that
made
up
that up. Dipwad? It's a good insult. Okay.
Pretty good.
You fiddle-sticked cutty
Whoa! Howdy, everybody.
Since this is your episode.
Shush, I'm doing an intro. Go away. Howdy, everybody. Why are you speaking?
What?
Okay. Everybody be quiet. I'm going to do an intro.
Mm-hmm. No, say what you want to say.
Howdy, everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of Arcanex.
I cannot hear what you're saying.
You can't? Hello? This is Editor Wacko. A few things went wrong, but we gotta fix, don't worry. Anyway,
Are you gonna do the intro?
I've already done the intro. We're having some technical difficulties. I'm cutting all that out. So, for the listeners, welcome again. Ha ha ha. I'm joined again with
Wacko.
Yeah, no more technical difficulties.
Okay, yeah, no more interrupting Wacko.
Shut your face. I'm joined with Simycat and Wushi, the biggest interrupters you'll ever find in your entire life, apparently. And we're here to do another episode. Whee!
Whoop whoop.
Ooh, that was good. I think we gotta make that wee in your thing.
It's a good intro.
That's a keeper.
It's a good intro. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you notice in your scripts, I placed a bunch of yays after every sentence. I'm just trying to experiment. So let me know what you think of that.
In our scripts.
Yay! Yeah, in your scripts.
What? Wushi, you weren't supposed to tell him about that. This is a secret.
First,
bleep it out. Pretend
first we have
something
things that are
horrible.
rigged. Now we have things that are scripted. Come on, guys.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. You know, this Arcanex
Arcanex
is
really
crazy.
fell off.
Anyway, me and Wushi been sitting in call for like not long, like 10 minutes, waiting for a Simycat, and like I so wanted to just be like, Wushi, how you doing? What you been doing for? And I was like, no, that's podcast material. We
Sorry
gotta wait.
about that. You didn't have to bring it up.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's not about you being late. It's about the what fun we had without you.
Yeah.
It's about the friends we didn't make along the way.
Simycat, not everything's about you. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Uh-oh.
How unfortunate. Uh-oh.
How unfortunate.
The word uh-oh is ruined for me. A lot of weird sentences have been ruined for me because of the internet. I hate it. Anyway, how you guys been?
It's gonna be a problem. I put a lot of uh-ohs in the script too.
What script?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You're not fooling anyone. Just so you guys know, every single episode is faked and scripted. We write like an hour-long script in every episode. Every stutter, every breath.
Yeah, Wacko thinks this is his episode, but Wushi and I actually wrote this script this morning.
Yeah, he made us write this, even though it's his episode. He hasn't written a single one of his episodes. He's always making us edit his episodes.
What people
We didn't
don't
give him the
realize-
script, though.
We don't actually record talking to each other. We record our lines separately and they're added together. We've never met.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wushi, how was your bye week? Let's get this started. Let's get this ball rolling.
Dude, this has been one of the most productive. I only started like 5 days ago, so I can only really say week, but it's been one of the most productive weeks of my life because I have a deadline. I need to make a video for May 15th, of course, because that's when my channel turns 10 years old.
Ooh.
And I decided, hey, you know what? I don't have much time. I don't have a whole lot of time for this, but I'm still going to do a scene that's kind of ambitious. So I've been working on that nonstop, and it's actually been a lot of fun.
Nice. That's very good for you.
It is. That's what the blue screen shirts were for on my webcam.
The ones that the audience did not see.
But I'm not gonna say anything else about it because I'm trying to learn to keep my mouth shut about future projects
yeah.
and enjoy
Ooh.
delayed gratification for once in my life. So that's all you're getting about that.
What about
It would be nice if I could do that, but Wacko has to ask me every time
Look,
he's in call
look.
with me. When's the Odyssey video coming
Look,
out? When's
if,
it coming out?
if you've been making the same video forever and you've talked about making it forever, I'm gonna be like, I want to check in, like, oh, how's the progress?
I
You making progress?
stopped, but you didn't ask. You didn't stop asking
Well,
about
because
it.
you've already let me know. I'm interested now. I think. I don't know. I don't know what's in the video.
That's
I've been lost.
unfortunate. That's gonna be my new line. It's like
How
a sitcom. I'm gonna say that.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Waiko, I'm sending you the script for this episode right now, so you can learn your catchphrase. Sorry for not giving it to you.
Oh, my catchphrase is "Wooshi sucks." That's a good catchphrase.
That's a
I thought
weird ring to it. Yeah.
we need a little edge.
Whooshy sucks. Yeah. Wow.
Yo, it's great. What were you doing like last week? It was like laying down. I want to say like Zod or Todd.
Sod?
What's it
Yeah,
called?
no, I'm still doing that. That's my life at the moment. Sod and
Sod.
and
Just say I'm
content
laying
creation.
down, Zod.
I was like, what is it called? I couldn't think of Sod.
Oh, we're laying down Todd. He needs to get to bed.
That's my job, just keeping Todd in check.
You're a babysitter.
But only Todd.
Only for Todd.
I'm naming my kid Todd.
That guy's
just so
a
Wooshi
mess.
can babysit.
He's like 30 years old too.
I wish I was a 30-year-old
Oh, that's
Todd.
a little weird. It's like it's like adopting a baby that's older than you. It shouldn't happen. I didn't even say the quote right. Cut that out.
I don't know what
Yeah,
quote.
no, and
is that a Scott the Wasp quote?
Yeah. How did you know?
Because it's a quote I
He's
don't
not,
understand. And when people say quotes I
he's
don't
not-
understand, it's usually Scott the Wasp.
He doesn't have any mental illness or anything. He's just a complete mess of a man. He needs someone to take care of him.
He's just like doesn't he like
Is
has
he-
paperwork thrown around?
Is he physically disabled or?
No.
Okay,
he's
yeah.
He like just stays up all night
He's
playing
just
Minecraft.
not doing well in life.
Needs someone to tell him stop, go to bed.
Yeah.
I need that. Wooshi, can you be my? I was gonna say, can you be my Todd? Can I be your Todd?
Todd's already keeping me pretty busy, dude.
Dang it! You know what? What if something were to come in between you and this Todd? You know, like if he stopped existing.
How would that
If
happen?
Todd stopped existing, I'd be out of work and I'd need a new Todd. So
Yeah. So like if I
That,
if I did a little like stabby, then
Uh-oh.
there'd be a position opening up for me.
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
No. What I.
And as long as taking care of you pays better,
Oh, it's a paid
I mean,
gig?
I don't have to tell nobody.
Dang. How much? I'll give you like a Pop-Tart per day.
Of pop.
Not
That's
even.
better than what I get paid to take care of Todd for.
I want to clarify. Not like a pack of Pop-Tarts where it's like 2 in a bag. No. A single Pop-Tart.
Yeah, so
Are
it's
you-
not even in a bag either. It's been out of there for a while.
I hand it
because
to you raw.
They don't come alone.
Are you at least giving him the strawberry ones?
Of course, they're the best kind.
Okay. Good.
Now
No,
we're
I
gonna
want
start an argument.
I want the what do you call it? The Sunday one, whatever that's called.
I
Huh?
don't know what that is or what flavor that is, but
I don't know that
No,
many
the
Pop-Tart
Pop-Tart flavors, the Pop-Tart flavors go deeper than like the strawberry and the cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
Not brown sugar or whatever. I've tried some of the other ones. They're pretty good.
I've tried a couple. All of them are like fine, except the cherry. That's the only one that's like that's really good.
I don't even remember what flavors I've had. You know, I just remember eating Pop-Tarts. Like, okay, this is cool.
I think those exact
I
words every time
I
eat a
respect
Pop-Tart.
this.
Yep, that's really good.
Yeah, every time I eat a Pop-Tart, I say out loud, "This is a respectable little treat."
Yeah, I can't deny it. I had a Pop-Tart yesterday. It was good.
Oh, you did?
I haven't
Nice.
had a Pop-Tart in a long time.
Me neither.
Well, you're gonna get some when you start laying me down to bed. You gotta go longer so you're prepared to eat them when they finally show up.
Oh yeah, of course.
Where were we? How did we get into Pop-Tarts?
Uh,
Sod. You were laying down
Todd.
sod.
Yeah.
Alright, is that your
That's-
bye week, Wushi? Sod and the
Yeah,
the
that's all I had to
secret-
say.
The secret
Sod
thing?
and a super secret project that's been really fun. Wish you guys could see it.
Is the super secret thing that you're drawing a picture of Todd?
Yeah, that's my secret anniversary project. A cool drawing of Todd.
Aww. I wish I
Let's
could be Todd.
go.
Alright, Simon K, how's your bye week?
So this bye week for me was a very blurry mess, because it started with can't even really remember that far back since we last recorded, but Saturday was very nice because we won the weekend because all the friends were back from college for Easter, so actually Saturday it was barely home at all, so we went and did stuff, and then I woke up sick the next week
Aww.
and stayed sick for the entire week, which sucked because I didn't feel like doing anything. But luckily,
That's no fun.
Ventus HD, friend of the show, created a Minecraft realm on Saturday
Yes!
or Friday, yeah, I think. And so it was perfect timing, because if there's any time where you're just gonna play Minecraft for hours every day, it's when you're sick. So it was really fun.
That should have been my excuse. I should have been telling people I was sick. I've spent
Yeah.
so much time, hours of my life, recently. When I was supposed to be like working on project, I have like final school projects coming due at the end of the week, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
let's play Minecraft. It's been like 24 hours already, and it's been like
Yeah,
2
by
weeks
the
since
end
they
of the
started
That's how they get you.
by this week, I was finally feeling better, so I've been able to do more productive things, and so that's been nice. And here we are now.
Nice. Yeah. I got sick a couple weeks ago. I mentioned in the last podcast where I just was sick and didn't do anything and it was terrible. But I've been feeling good since then.
Yeah, a lot of people in our group have been sick as of late. Just
Almost. Well, I was gonna say it's cold and flu season, but it's not.
well, we also don't live anywhere near each other.
That's true. We don't.
I've been sick recently enough that it's probably not going to happen for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was during a very long voice acting session, as in we took all day.
That's no fun.
Voice acting, so that really messed me up. But my lines came out well, so that's good.
Nice. When can we see it?
Yeah. Wacko was
when it comes, it's for another guy's project. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it.
Dang.
actually I think Ventus actually started it
Yep.
when he was sick as well, so it makes sense. The Minecraft realm. Wacko was on it so much because obviously he had a ton of other responsibilities, but one of the quote unquote productive things for his YouTube videos was actually, I don't know if I should spoil this.
You can say it. It's fine.
Yeah, it was supposed to play Paper Mario Sticker Star, and I assume the reason he spent so much time on the realm was because he would rather do anything but play Paper Mario Sticker Star, and that is me speaking and not Wacko. But
No. Well, okay. I was putting off Sticker Star to play Minecraft, but I can't say whether I like Sticker Star or not because I can't spoil I will say I'm making a Paper Mario video. I just finished Sticker Star. That's all I'm saying. I'm moving on to Color Splash soon.
yeah,
I'm not spoiling my opinions.
the way I feel about that game now is just indifference. All the negative feelings have moved towards my music video. So
I think the game is fine nowadays. I haven't played in a while. But back in the day, 2019, I have a very positive review of it.
yeah,
That I definitely hammed up, but I did like it. I did like it back then. Quite.
I mean,
quite a bit.
at the very least, my bog standard actual video review of the game was what got what was it? Was it Eli guy to comment you should make a Discord server, and that indirectly, along with a ton of other things, led to this. So that's cool. But
Sweet. Okay, now that we're talking about the game and your beautiful song about it, I'm gonna have to use that song as like the intro to this video.
Wacko, I will pay you not to do that.
Okay. 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 $300 right now. Exactly. I'm doing
How about
it.
how about just double the cost of the thing I'm gonna have to pay you a lot of money for?
Oh, my nudes. No. This family channel. This is fine. Everything's fine. No. Yeah. I did beat Sticker Store over the weekend. Mostly because I went camping. Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
My grandparents were like, we're going camping for Easter, so they left on Easter and camped till like today. They came home today actually, which is the Tuesday after. Not the Tuesday after. The next Tuesday after. They were gone. What is that? 10 days? 9 days? It was like Easter camping, but I went down the next weekend. So I was camping the weekend after Easter, for Easter, which was a bit weird because my Easter was very boring. Nothing happened, but camping went great. I played a lot of Sticker Star. I wrote a lot of videos. Well, I didn't write a lot. I wrote a bit of the Paper Mario video because I was playing Sticker Star. And I hung out with a bunch of women who all loved me. Which is
there
a joke
you
that
go. I was
haven't-
waiting for you to say that.
I haven't made this joke before. It's
Yeah, he's
completely
never
original.
made this joke on the podcast before.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke. He actually was.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
But they definitely weren't like really old.
Were they into you? No. Well, they were not because they were really
They
old
were like,
and
dude, this guy's so
related to you.
cute. He's got little. They're not little.
well,
related to me.
yeah, they do say stuff like that.
We've been doing this for longer than it feels. I'll tell you.
It's been half a year. There's 52 weeks a year. We do a video every other week. That's 26 videos. This is 13. That is half the amount of videos. We've done half a year's worth of videos.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Feels like it's been around for like 3 weeks or something.
If it was around for 3 weeks, we would have done one episode.
Also, I would also like to add something that I don't take anything Wacko says about money, or like a whole lot of things Wacko says about money seriously, because of how I got an email from Venmo saying that he requested $200,000 for the NSO subscription.
I never got that money.
I wonder who sent that. Well, you didn't send it, but I wonder who requested the $200,000.
Oh my god! You know, a while back, Smash Max was doing a live stream. I say a while back, over a year ago, he was doing a live stream of like me's, and I was like,
yeah, the meme
I was
maker.
like, hey, can you play the messenger? And he was like, I'll play the messenger if you donate me $200. And so I donated $20 because I didn't want to give him $200 because I'm cheap. And I was like, I have an idea. What if I request $200? And he almost accepts it, thinking it was a donation. And I was like, that is the funniest thing ever.
I didn't remember that part.
I wonder if I could get him to do this again. So, a few weeks ago, I was talking to him, and we were going to play Super Paper Mario at the same time, like together. Not like together, but like alongside each other.
Yeah, book club.
And I was like, he was like, oh yeah, I got to buy it. It's like, I found it for like $25. So I went to Cash App, and I requested $25, expecting him to go, oh, you're paying it for me, and click it, not knowing it was a
You are
request.
evil.
He still didn't fall for it.
It's a genuine, just sincere scam that you're pulling here.
It didn't work.
Like there's no other. That's just straight up what's happening. It's just an actual scam.
Yeah, but it's funny, so it's fine. It will work at some point.
If you had actually given him $200, he would have actually played it, and it would have been a very different history.
Look, next time he streams and he says, oh, $3 billion and I'll play the messenger, I will donate it. I will find a way to get $3 billion. Don't tell him that, because he
Just
will request
transfer
a lot.
all of Elon Musk's wealth or something, whatever.
I hack an Elon Musk's
belongs
wealth
to
and I
Wacko
do it.
now.
I hack an Elon Musk's account, just so Smash Max plays the messenger on stream. That's it. It's worth it, to be honest. I'll go to jail, but it's worth it.
Well, all that money is then going from you to Smash Max. So he'll be rich.
Yeah, well, they'll probably take it back, to be honest.
Aww.
I don't think they're gonna let him get stolen
Yeah,
money.
they're gonna realize and be like, "We need that."
Just
And they're
because
like,
he's the
"Aw."
one who didn't steal it doesn't mean he gets it.
Yeah.
So
I wish.
About that, Wacko, when's that 25 grand?
Will you live stream the messenger?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
I will play it. I might actually live stream it because what reason do I have not to live stream it at this point if I'm getting 25 grand?
Because you hate me?
I have no idea if that's enough to buy a private jet, but you would fly around in my private
Hey,
jet to
Siri.
your house. And
How much does it cost to buy a private jet?
oh, okay.
The cost of
I
buying
should have
a new
known.
private jet
This is
is
what he
between
does all the
$2 million.
$2 million.
Never mind.
Yeah, you can't buy a private jet.
You're gonna have to scam a few more people for that.
400 more people. No. 800 more people to get like the smallest private jet you can.
Yeah. So how many people do you know? Smash Max. You know Brandon, friend of the show. You know Simon Cat. You know me.
You
I don't know why I named Brandon before the two other hosts. You know Ventus, friend of the show.
Well, one day we're gonna get a private jet.
That's like around.
I'm
800.
thinking I've probably met and talked to certain hundreds of people in my life. Definitely not 800 though.
Aw, probably. I don't know. I don't know the statistics on
Yeah.
that. The thing that's really been taking up most of my time as of late, as in like the last few days, is school. Because those that don't know, I am graduating next Friday, or
Oh.
the Friday after this video comes out, and then I'm done with school forever. Like, which feels really weird because like every year since I can remember, I've been working towards graduation. And
Yeah.
in less than 2 weeks, I'm just done with that. Like, essentially, my life's mission, since I can remember, I'm done with. And that feels really weird.
That will be weird.
But it'll
Yeah,
be
it felt pretty.
cool.
Same old for me. As a homeschooled little freak.
Yeah, because I have a set graduation like date or whatever, but really I'm done with high school whenever I finish my last class, because I only have one more class left. Whenever I'm done with that, I always swore when I was younger I would never go to college, but here I am, I guess. So it's not like it's going to be over for me. But
It's over for me. I want to get out. I want to stop. I want to drive to Simon Cat's house and knock on his door and he not know that I was showing up.
yeah, I mean, it would be funny if you did that like on my graduation day.
Would it be funny
After
or would it be
I-
an inconvenience?
No, it would actually be very funny, because it's not like I will have spent the nights before that working tirelessly on finishing the class, because I'm expected to finish it before then. So
Ooh. When's your graduation? I got to play in this now. Wait, no, because you know about it. Dang it.
yeah, now you know. Now I know, Wacko.
You just
So-
spoiled my own surprise that I hadn't even planned yet. You told me about it.
Yeah.
Aww.
About college though, I forgot to mention this in my bye-week thing. My weekend, I went to North Dakota because my dad was doing some sort of event at the old college he went to, and I'll say, I still don't plan on doing college, but like it would be a fun environment. I think I would enjoy it a lot, having sort of seeing what the environment kind of looks like. The problem is, since what I plan on doing doesn't really require college, it would just be a very poor financial decision if I
Right.
just did it for the social aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
everyone has very different complicated situations and reasons for doing stuff.
I've been watching, like, TV, which is a normal thing human beings do, because I'm a human being. and a few shows, a lot of shows are just like people hanging out, right? Like sitcoms and whatever. And like people will go to parties, and I'm like, how do you do that? How do you just go to a party?
Homeschooled moment.
I'm very confused by this concept. Where is it at? How do you know the people there? How do they know that you're gonna come? How do you play? Is there like are you sent a pamphlet? Is there like a community board where they hang flyers of parties? Maybe.
I'm wondering the same thing, man.
I want to know.
Isn't it just like you're walking around the school like, hey, go to my house at this time. There's gonna be a party.
Yeah, but what about like what if you're not in school?
Oh well, then you just don't go to parties.
Have you seen How I Met Your Mother?
No.
I've watched it a bit lately, just like have something on while I go to sleep, which I do sometimes. And in I think it might have been the first episode, maybe the second one, but he throws like 3 parties, 3 consecutive days, and I'm like, what? I want to do that? How do you do that?
Maybe I'm the weird one because I don't watch TV, or else, and whenever I do watch quote unquote TV, it's not on a TV.
The shows I've seen are very a very random selection.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Do you watch TV with parties in it?
I have. I have.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you which one.
I've definitely
right
seen
now.
television episodes with parties in it. Couldn't tell you what it is. Like Simon Cat said.
I mean,
No,
having a Christmas party is a common theme in my own
That's
stuff,
family,
in my
though.
my own videos. So I'm sure I've seen stuff like that.
Like when you go to school, you're going to school, bunch of people around you can talk to. You probably won't talk to them, but they're there. Like that's a social gathering. When you leave school, what's your social gathering? Is it just work? Because I'm like, there's got to be. What do people do to socialize? I'm confused, and I don't like it.
Well, there's work. There's church. If you go to church, there's there's church youth events with sit and circle games.
I don't
Yeah,
think you can do church youth events once you graduate college at 20 years old.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
though,
You'll find
Thanks,
one.
that
though.
does leave you in a weird position as a young adult because you want to have social events that are fun and not just work or church or whatever. And if you're the kind of people we are, there aren't really a whole lot of options. You just have to make plans to hang out with your friends, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there's family too once you get much older, but
Would it be smart if I just drive to the local like university, which is like an hour away, and just find parties there? Would that be weird? Even though I don't attend?
not really.
Just like someone who doesn't even go to the school, it doesn't know anybody there, just shows up.
You go for it.
I wonder if that. How would I? Okay. Back to the question. How do I know where the party's at?
Yeah, that's
I just walk around the halls. Yo, where's the party at? What are you talking about? Where's the party at?
yeah, I think that's the way to go.
I would get kicked out so fast.
It's the winning move.
I guess it is. I guess it
the
is.
only way.
Dang it. Now I gotta do that. I'll do it and I'll record it and it'll be great. And I'll dox myself, but it'll be great.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I actually thought for like a decent topic for this episode would be school, where we talk about generic school questions or stories or whatever. And my first question to you people, what color is math?
What color? Oh, not this one. Okay. Your questions are starting to sound like my questions.
when I think of the word math, I imagine the letters being red.
Yes.
Do you guys have that? Do you guys have that in your head? Like, if there's just a word, like, you like picture the.
I'll tell you
letters
what
being
I.
a certain color.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I
Red.
think. I think this is probably a not one you've heard before. I think of the word
Don't you dare.
the subject or like the word math being black text.
Like generic black text or like
yeah, like
specific.
No, generic black text.
Oh,
like
so
like the kind
do you
of
think of like all
like the
classes
kinds-
as black?
well no. I think of math being black because I don't pay a lot of attention to any of the like stuff you see outside of it, and I just look at the words and the numbers on the textbooks, which is always black text.
If it's the words in the numbers, then yeah, I picture that as black. But if it's just the word math, if I'm picturing the word math in my head, it's red.
I mean that's fair enough. Although it always comes up as black for me because I just when I think of math, I immediately think of the numbers and the letters
Well, I
that I'm actually
well,
looking at when I'm doing math.
I always viewed as math is red, English is blue, science is green
Yep.
because like biology is green, history is yellow because I always think of history with like sand because of Egypt, I guess. And
No, you're getting all the colors right.
I
I have the same thing for years, like different
Years?
Like 2017.
Oh, that's interesting.
I remember 2017 was bright green, 2018
No.
was dark blue, 2019 was just black, and I haven't pictured a color for years since, but those years that I guess I grew out of it after 2019.
what? Well, okay. 7 is a yellow color. You can't say yellow. 7 is green. 7 is yellow.
Ah, yes, my favorite
But
color.
2017, 7 is yellow, but 2017 is bright green.
Maybe.
My f-
It was in 2017 when I pictured 2017.
I used to do that with music because as a child, for some reason, like pretty much all of the music I listened to was like easily color codable. Where like the big green tractor, that's green. Fried chicken, that's brown. I did it for a lot of songs because it was the most easiest thing ever. And then I grew up and was listening to things that are like not at all easy to color code, and I'm like, and I just stopped doing it.
This is more than anything. This conversation is making me realize when I picture things in my head, I don't ever see words. So
When you think of math, what do you think of?
I think of what I explained. I guess that's the only exception where I would see words, and if something is word related, I'll see words. But
What do you guys see when you think?
I see pictures and like events and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Do you ever? Yeah. I mean, I see pictures there's like sometimes I'll just see a picture of a house. It'll just flash before me when I'm not thinking or something. Sometimes it'll be like a completely psychotic, incomprehensible little thing. But that's so I usually kind of just go out of my way with it for that when I'm stuck in my own thought, when I'm in my own little world. I'll just think of like horrifying, psychotic little
What is wrong with you?
little pictures.
Sometimes I'll do it when I go to bed where I lay down and close my eyes and think of something creepy. And I'm like, dang it, now I can't go to sleep.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened to me in a while. So I used to uncontrollably like picture shadowy figures, but kind of on purpose, kind of not. And I really hated that I do it. Now I do that entirely on purpose. If I'm like walking outside in the dark, I'll like look at things like, oh yeah, that's a shadowy figure. It's a great time.
Oh
it's
my
really
god.
fun.
Wish he's tamed the demons.
Yeah, it's a fun rush. Like just trying to gaslight myself into thinking there's a shadowy creature in front of me, like to the best of my ability, like doing everything in my power to like try and make myself believe, yeah, there's a shadow demon directly in front of me. It's really fun.
I guess that works. Wushi, I guess that works.
It's not what I do with my imagination.
You know some people like apparently can't see images when they think.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up
Yeah.
as like an interesting thing because I was watching, I think it was, I first heard of it through Mario Maker 2 YouTuber Carl Sagan 42. He was describing how he has aphantasia, which is what that is when you can't picture anything in your head, like when you close your eyes, like you know what it is, but you can't see it. in your head.
Okay.
It's
I'm
weird.
gonna say a hot take. I think that's stupid. I think they're lying. I don't think they comprehend the concept. Like, when I think of apples, I don't physically see apples. My eyes aren't seeing apples.
You think they're just misinterpreting it as
I think-
like,
yes.
oh, I should be seeing that.
I think they're just not understanding the concept of thinking of things.
That's actually a very real possibility. Definitely, maybe it's a real thing. Maybe some people
Well,
just can't picture things, but I have a feeling like a fair chunk of them just misunderstand it.
well, Wacko, you said when you think of an apple, you don't picture an apple.
Well, I picture an apple in my head. I don't see it with my eyeballs because my eyeballs are seeing Discord.
Well,
right now.
this is true, but you can still see it in your head, like a.
But what does
It's
that
a
mean?
weird concept.
I know.
but we all know what we're talking about. Unless you have aphantasia,
yeah.
you can't.
That's what I'm
but
saying. You say we all know what we're talking about. How do you know we all know that?
I don't
Because
know.
I think the problem is that they
because
don't
when
know that.
when I think of an apple, part of me sees an apple in a weird little way, even though my eyes see Discord.
Like that's what I like. You say we know it. I think the problem is that people with aphantasia, what'd you call it? Whatever you
Yeah,
called it.
aphantasia.
I think they just don't know what we mean when we say see it. Because like,
Wacko's-
there's no way that they
Wacko's
can't do that.
thinks this is one big conspiracy theory. Well,
Yes!
when I picture an apple, I right now I can see the red. It's got the little white spot. It's got 2 leaves and a stem. Apparently,
Got white spots.
That's true. Like if I can like picture things and
Like a
like
glare.
describe
Yeah, like
describe what
yeah,
it is.
light glare. But
Like I can describe the details when I picture things. I'm thinking of a house right now and it's got a big red chimney.
Yeah,
yeah,
But there's
like-
no way that like a person with aphantasia, there's no way he like thinks of an apple and thinks just of like a list of words of red, round. There's no way. You just think of
I
an
don't
apple.
think that's how it works either. I think I think it would work in a way of like you just know an apple.
Yeah, but you know an
You
apple
know
because you
there is
think
an
of an apple.
Yeah.
disclaimer: if you're listening and you actually have aphantasia, Wacko does not know what he's talking about, and we do not.
Okay, if you're listening with aphantasia, you are wrong. You do not have aphantasia. That's what I'm saying. Right now.
Wacko, what do you think of the people that don't have an inner monologue, that don't think words?
I still don't know what
How do they
anyone knows
speak?
by that.
Yeah.
How do you speak?
Because that's a thing too. People talk about like having that. What do you think of that?
Okay. There's 2 things you can mean right now. Either 1, they can't do it, or 2, they don't do it. Right? Like in public, sometimes I'll kind of whisper to myself if I'm thinking about something. I'll just like talk about it.
Yeah.
I'll move my lips, but I won't say anything. Just because like I don't know why I do that. If I'm like into a subject, I'll
do
just
that too.
Yeah, I do that as well.
like,
So
if I-
I've always been confused about. Oh, well, do I have an inner monologue or do I not? But I guess if I do that, I probably do.
But the thing I bring that up because like not everyone does that, but you can do that. If I walked up to someone and say, "Hey, just whisper to yourself right now," they can do it. They probably don't do it naturally, but they can do it. If you're saying you don't have an inner monologue, if you just don't normally do that, okay, a bit weird why you don't do that, but I can understand that. But like not being able to, you are lying. There is no way you're not able to think
I
of
think I
words.
agree with you. It's incomprehensible to me how that would work. I guess because, I mean, I guess animals animals don't have any words to think. But they think they just kind of know, I suppose.
They think of
They
like
just kinda know what they're
concepts of
thinking.
like the feeling of
Yeah.
hunger and the feeling of fear and stuff like that. But they're not
Yeah,
smart
so
enough
you
to
think there's
of
people like
language.
that?
Well, yeah, they
So
probably
you're calling
can.
them animals, Wacko?
No, Wushi is. Wushi's a cow. He's allowed to do that. Look, okay, if you're telling me there's someone that cannot physically think of like any objects, they can't picture objects, and they can't think of talking, they're an animal.
You're
I'm
right.
sorry.
You're right. I can't physically do that. I can mentally do. I'm sorry.
We broke him.
I'm not thinking of words right now.
This is Wacko's inner monologue.
He's thinking in
This
Dodge.
is not Wacko. This is his inner monologue.
Yeah, I have my own little language that I think, and it goes a little something like.
You talk like Mario and Luigi?
I don't do it,
No,
Not like that.
I think Animal Crossing sounds.
Dude.
I think in
I
Banjo
think
Kazooie.
Actually, I think in normal English, but it sounds like a my inner monologue voice sounds like a Tamagotchi life character. Like, so I'll just be thinking of like cool houses, and I'll be like, that's a cool house.
I mean, I joke that
Did my
that,
microphone pick that
it
up?
sounds like like Banjo Kazooie, but it doesn't actually sound like anything to me. It just I understand the words, but I don't hear a voice unless I'm.
Yeah, you don't. That's
No,
the
that
thing.
was a complete lie. That was a complete lie. I do not hear.
Okay.
If anything, like
That would be weird
I
if people
picture my
did do that.
voice.
Well, I can.
You don't hear anything, but you know you know that it's like a mental version of hearing. It's weird.
I can think of things in different voices if I want to, but like I just know it's a different voice. I don't hear it.
Well,
yeah, oh, it's so strange.
well, I can. It's weird because I can actually hear specific people's voices if if I'm like thinking of
Thinking of what
that
they're
person.
saying.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of that person and like something they would say in this situation because I think it's funny, then I'll hear that person say that kind of weird a little bit.
And I can also think of taste, and it's quite literally the taste equivalent of thinking of a picture.
I can't do that. What?
You can't do that.
I-
You have the. You don't. You have the. You have that thing, but with Wacko, can you do that? Can you?
Like think of what something
taste and
tastes
it's-
like.
Yeah, think of what something tastes like, and it's the equivalent of like
Yeah.
like thinking of a picture.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember like. Oh my god! There's so many different ways I can take this conversation. I love this conversation.
I'm thinking of an apple right now and how it tastes, and I know how it tastes, but I can't.
But what do you mean
I
you
can't
know how it
taste it.
tastes? When you say you know how it
well,
tastes,
yeah,
what does
you
that
can't
mean?
see it. You can't see the apple.
When you say
I
you
can't.
know
When
how
I
it
think of how an
tastes-
apple tastes, I can't taste it, but it's this. I don't. It's impossible to describe. It's the same as thinking of a picture of an
I
apple.
don't
Are you
think.
like-
Yeah.
Are you thinking of like features like it tastes bitter and it tastes sweet, or are you like thinking of an aroma in your mouth? If that makes sense.
I'm the former.
That's the first one, right?
Yeah.
I don't use former and latter. So you just think of like a description of the taste. You don't actually think of how it tastes.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's.
I was bound to
guess
have
it
one
never
of them.
occurred to me. I wonder how many.
Oh,
Which one is normal?
yeah, that's what
Because
I'm
I never
wondering.
think about that.
I'm gonna have to ask people. I'm gonna have to ask people this now.
Do you think you can describe tastes accurately?
I couldn't.
I probably
Like-
could, but like
There was this old movie my mom watched about like an angel who fell from grace to marry a woman or something. I don't remember what it was about. I think it was something like that. And he was asking her like he couldn't taste because he was an angel, and he was like, "What does this taste like?" And she was having to describe it to him. And I was like, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You can't describe taste." I've been so negative.
He has no
Everything's
frame of
stupid today.
reference.
You can if someone's never tasted sweet, saying it tastes sweet means nothing.
Yeah, it's the
guess.
same as describing a color to a blind person.
It doesn't work. It's dumb. You can't do that. Speaking of blind people, what do you think they see?
well,
Well, it depends on. what
there are a lot
kind
of different
blind
types
they have.
because some people it's more like cataracts.
a lot of
Okay.
blind people just cataracts and it's just really blurry.
Well, I mean like full on.
I have been confused by
100%
people
blind.
who claim that they don't what they see is just entirely black. I have been confused by that.
Like when you're talking about fully blind people, some people say blind people see like darkness, they see black, and some people say no, they don't see darkness and black, they see nothing. And I'm
Well, they're the
What?
same
I'm like-
thing. It's just a way of
Yeah.
describing.
Yeah, that's the same,
They're the
that's
same thing. And people are like, no, it's different. I'm like, no, they're the same.
It's not different.
I used to get into arguments over that.
I suppose seeing nothing would be more like if I'm sleeping or something, but that's because I'm not conscious. I'm still
Yeah, your
seeing
brain's
black. My brain, yeah.
Like the common thing I hear is people are like, "What do you see out of your elbow?" Nothing, not darkness. And I'm like, well, because I have eyeballs. It turns like
that's not possible. I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting thing to think about, but that's not how.
The way I think about it is like, the way your brain works is it receives a signal from your eyes, and then you see the signal, right? And your eyes work off light. So if your eyes get no light, it sends no signal. So darkness is no signal, and blindness is no signal. That means blindness is darkness, aka black.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
You figured it out?
Yeah. I did figure it out, and no one's listening to me. It's driving me crazy.
You want to know what's fun? It's just a fun way to like make yourself feel really frustrated. It's just genuinely trying your hardest to think of a color that doesn't exist.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. I hate it. You don't know how long.
The first time I tried that as a wee lad, I was like, I was genuinely upset that I couldn't do it. I was very young.
We know that they exist, because like shrimp and stuff can see more colors than us.
Yeah.
We know they exist.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they?
It's just incomprehensible to us.
Have you seen those like
funny
colorblind glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
that's
do
got to
they-
be crazy. Like
how do they
you're
work?
suddenly just. I don't know, but if you've like never seen a color before, like imagine,
Okay, well,
imagine how that feels like a new color dropping.
I was like,
Louise, I
the-
wish I was colorblind just so I could experience those glasses.
I would
Wow.
assume that if you're colorblind, you like your eye can't see the color.
well,
So how does the glasses make your eye see the color?
well, it's weird because we can't actually. I don't know if we can actually fully know how colorblind people see, but I don't think they just see black and white. That's definitely not.
They
it.
don't.
No.
They
Yeah.
don't.
No.
They
It's-
see.
Yeah. No.
There's different kinds.
Their
Black and
color-
white is
the
a
colors
form
are
of
just-
colorblind, but it's a rare one.
The colors
most
are
common
just
is red and green colorblind.
different, and they blend together more. I think.
No,
Yeah, I mean-
they can't see certain like red green colorblind means that both red and green look similar.
Yeah.
But the rest of the colors look the same, basically, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I think the way it works is that both red and green look greenish. So I don't know how you wear glasses to see red again.
It's like the
'Cause-
It's like the languages that that have the. Sorry, I interrupted. Continue.
No, you're good. You're talking about the language translations.
Well, yeah, because some languages have the same word for different colors, and then I think this actually came up in Google Translated Super Paper Mario,
yeah.
when something we were like given a code for a that was a sequence of colors, and it was like different and stuff, and we were wondering why was it translated that way, because like red,
Yeah, it's
blue,
'cause in
green,
some
green,
languages,
yeah,
Blue and green are the same
that's
word.
the reason it was like that. I could be thinking of something entirely different, but I'm
No, you're right. That's what it was.
yeah,
Well, it might have been because someone calls him like Blue Mario instead of Green Mario.
maybe.
But it was something in that game.
Yeah.
It's weird though. We're back to colors. We came from like is math red to around the circle back to colors.
We did.
Do you guys have a purple
Yeah.
color? Or purple subject, I mean?
A purple subject?
Yes.
Like just something that you think about that is purple.
Like
well,
in
school subject.
No, I don't have.
When I
not
was
that I can think of.
like just starting homeschooled, when I started homeschooling in like elementary school, I had a book about spelling, and like every week it'd give me like 10 words. It's like memorize these words and use them in sentences and whatever. And the book it came in was purple, so now spelling is purple to me.
Yeah,
Spelling?
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that kind of thing where, as a kid, you will associate you always associate certain things with the first time you heard of that the first context you heard of that thing, at least for a little while.
Mhm.
Apparently, for colors of school subjects, it goes into adulthood for most people.
Yeah, I haven't counted another spelling book, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
I I had this one memory with spelling, cause in spelling I did be like it'd give me a list of words and I wouldn't know what they are, so I'd have to ask my mom, Mom, what does this mean? And one of the words was persecuted, and I was like, Mom, what is persecuted? And she was like, it's what they did to Jesus. So I thought I thought persecuted meant crucified for a long time.
Oh no!
It's not what it means.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you could take that. That's not a good way to define a word.
So there's actually now that you mentioned that, as soon as you said that, I was reminded of another story that involves the same word.
Really?
Yeah, this was not me. This was a story my mom told me about her sister. So my aunt, she would let's see what. Yeah, she was in a store and she read a sign that said, shoplifters will be prosecuted, and she thought it said persecuted. It was very scary.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What is it with persecution?
I don't know.
I don't have any persecution stories.
Well, you need to get one.
All right.
Yeah, apparently neither of you have a I called 911 as a child story, and that I will stand by that is weird. Like that's a thing.
You
At
think
least-
it's weird
Yeah.
that we didn't call 911?
As children.
I still don't get I still don't get that.
I just remember multiple nights where, or as teenagers,
You called 911.
we would go around the circle and share our story of
When
calling
you called
911 as a child.
That's weird. That's weird.
No, we're normal. You're not, okay?
Well, hold on. What is your 911 story?
Well, yeah. What is it?
We talked about this on the podcast before. I already told it. It was the one where my mom took me outside to make it seem like everything was okay, because everything was okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
why did you
yeah.
call 911?
Oh no, it was a child.
Oh.
I wanted to order pizza.
What? You don't do that with 911.
Oh no, I just made that up right now.
Aw. We should try that. Call 911, order a pizza.
Yeah.
I feel like they get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Something tells me.
It is illegal. I hope you guys know that. Don't do
It
that.
is, yeah.
A little bit.
Here we are spreading
Alright.
misinformation again.
No, we're correcting it ourselves. Don't call 911. Well, no, call 911 only in emergencies. I need to clarify.
Yeah. Or if you just need someone to talk to,
911, what's your emergency?
they'll always pick up.
I'll call you back.
You hope.
I hope.
You hope. Hey, Wushi.
Yeah, what's up?
Remember the previous episode at 21 minutes when I left that silence?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I just wanted to remind you.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome, no problem.
That was a good reference.
That was a good reference. I was
That
watching
was a good
it last night.
callback. That was a good callback for eagle-eyed viewers.
Eagle?
Yeah.
Mighty eagle?
Mighty eagle soaring.
Mighty.
something family.
I'll do it. He'll sing it. He'll sing the whole thing.
I know. I have a clip.
Yeah,
I have a
let's not
video of
give-
him singing it.
You do? How did I?
You sent
Did you
it
just?
to
Did
me.
you just? The whole song? I sent you a video of me singing the whole song.
Don't act like this is a
Um,
surprising thing for you to do.
I think it's the whole song. I don't know how long the song is.
It's like the extended version is like a 2-minute song, and
Well, not the
I
extended
could give you the
version.
whole. So the movie version,
The part where it was Mighty
like,
Mighty
of
Eagle.
all the different
Rescue
Mighty.
me. That bit.
Yeah, that's the first. That's the first verse.
Yeah. I have a video of you
That's not the whole.
singing that.
That's not the whole song. I still don't remember this, but I'm not surprised.
Well, for the video coming out in next month. Well, the month that this video
Oh,
comes
you
out.
did
in,
ask me for that.
I was like, Wusha, I need a video of you singing quickly. You know, I got it.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Sonic Cat sings Sonic Underground.
I did.
I've
That
sent so
video
many
will come
clips
out
for
eventually.
you guys.
I've
I've sent so many clips for you guys, and I have no idea like whose channel I'm on and whose channel I'm not on at this point.
yeah.
That's
I
why I
remember.
keep track of it.
I remember. Oh, you think you keep track of it? George. Z Gamer
Oh,
guys.
George.
He has his own wiki. I don't
Friend
know
of
if
the
we
show?
brought this up before. It's really funny.
I am so close to just making my own wiki. So close. You do not know how close.
My channel is too scattered. It's hard to
That's
get everything
true.
in one place.
It does
I would be
remind me.
scared to do that.
It does remind me though of the one story of the Arcanex days when I don't even know who it was, but I know Wushi recorded a voice message explaining the Angry Birds lore to some random person while we were in
Yeah,
call.
someone who had randomly
Yeah.
sent me a friend request.
Yeah.
I just gave him a good recap of the Angry Birds movie.
Hold on.
Because they were asking me why I had a cardboard
Of Red.
5.5 foot cardboard cutout of Red from the Angry Birds movie. So I sent them a voice message recapping the Angry Birds movie.
Where
What?
did you get that?
I went
Later.
out of my way for it. I put a picture of Red on Amazon and a custom cardboard cutout.
Oh, you
thing.
bought it. Custom made.
Yeah,
How about
I was thinking you took it from
9:30?
a theater.
maybe?
You thought I stole it?
Well, I thought you wanted to work at the theater, or they were giving it away because they have nothing else to do with it.
No, I went out of my way for this.
You ordered it. It's that important.
Yeah,
to you.
I wanted this.
Was it expensive? Can I have one?
It was like $50.
Can I have one?
There's
My birthday's
There's
coming
still,
up, Wushi.
there's still, I'm sure there's still like custom cardboard cutouts in it. You could put a picture of Red in there.
Yo, I can't wait. Oh, dude, there was this. Wushi was doing this on us. Sami Cat didn't, if I remember
I did.
correctly. There was this one
Fantastic
episode where they
video.
were messing with cardboard cutouts.
I know what you're talking about. That was one of my favorite ones.
And then they were like, who is this? I'm thinking it's like a voluptuous woman. And they turn around, they're like, Jesus. Nobody loves like Jesus. And I think about that clip more often than I should.
The part that sticks out to me is that one of their options was ketchup. What was it? They were picking which characters they were gonna go on a date with or something.
I think
Well,
so.
Markiplier's top pick was the 6 foot cardboard cutout of ketchup.
I love doing this, honest dude.
I miss him.
I want to watch. I didn't watch all of them. I want to watch.
There's a
all
bit,
of
I
them.
don't remember if it's on Mark's channel or Ethan's channel, but it came out after Unis Honest, and it's basically just the same type of content, just the two of them messing around. It was like, I think it was Ethan's channel. Mark was just covering Ethan in Elmer's glue.
What? Well, okay, that's definitely an Unis Honest idea. You know, I can't even question it.
Yeah, and they even referenced Unis Honest, and it's like the channel came back just for one video.
Can you, Wushi? Do you know the dance of Italy?
It's the dance of Italy. Oh, I know all the bits.
Oh
man.
my gosh, Wushi, I love it.
I love that channel.
I love it. Unis Honest means so much to me that I kind of want to finish watching it, but I know if I go watch the rest of it, I'm gonna ruin it for myself. So I'm not.
Yeah, it's
I thought
it's
you
a
talked about this.
tough predicament. We have. Simon Cat has nothing to say.
I really do not. I did not watch that.
I guess not a part of it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the profile picture of him smiling and picturing like him making that face in complete silence while we talk about Unis Honest.
Simon Cat, we should do that. We should do not the dance of Italy. We should do Unis Honest again. Well, we should do.
But with three.
Unis
All right,
Three
we're gonna
people.
delete Arcanex in a year.
Whoa! No.
But that means we also have to upload every day for a year.
Okay, never mind. We're not doing that idea.
No, Simon Cat, please. Me, you, and Wushi. Start Unis Honest 2, and we go for 2 years, and then delete it.
But that means we'd have to make a bunch of content. And would it be the content?
only
And
have
would
to
it be a
make-
similar style content to that?
Dude, yes.
Videos like that would be really fun to make.
It
like,
would.
If I had the resources and
We don't have the
someone
money for
I
that.
could consistently do that with, that would be legitimately super
It would
fun.
only be 730 videos.
I'm not convinced.
Plus Plus, when we start off, we'll get so popular because the videos will be so good that we'll just start hiring editors.
I mean, maybe, but you know how many other stuff we've said we were gonna do and we were already have not started yet?
Name one.
Minecraft hardcore.
Oh.
We were gonna do that? Dude, that sounds like a blast.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we should do a Minecraft hardcore thing where we like play once a week and we edit all the bits together.
And then
It was gonna be cool.
Yeah,
and it didn't happen
there were
because there was a lot of
so many things we say we were gonna, so many content things we say we were gonna do and then we never do. It's a miracle this happened.
Well, like
I
when we
think
said
the best approach we can take is just do stuff like the Paper Mario series that isn't out yet, where we like record long sessions and we can split that up into multiple different episodes. I feel like that's the most consistent way to be getting stuff out, is recording multiple episodes at once.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was the way I envisioned that video. Well, whenever it comes out, and the way I'll probably edit it, it was similar to a YouTuber. I think it's like Fat Guy 703. Yeah, that's the actual name. But
just kind of like Let's Play channels that record in long sessions and split up into episodes.
Yeah, and it's really I really like that channel because the way they do it, they like include all the random Discord banter before and after they record and all that. It's fun.
Yeah, they do the same thing on Oni Plays. I like that channel a lot.
you finished that you stopped mid-sentence. You were like, I'm going to edit like a YouTuber. And I was like, yeah? What?
Maybe
they
that
don't-
sentence didn't make sense, but Wacko, we're gonna record. We can record like one Unisonus video in when we visit. Maybe.
No,
They-
that won't. If we
they
record
did
just
do
one,
some
that's not
videos,
Una's honest. That's doing double.
We're gonna you're
They
right.
do some videos over call.
We're gonna
They did
honestly.
because of
can-
COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
We can record a doing double video and we'll delete it a week later.
No. Well, maybe no. I need to
feel
come
like
up with a doing double.
We
Video.
gotta do another one of those Let's Play series and just have another person edit, so Simon Cat doesn't have to do two at the same time, and just see who comes out with their
Okay,
Let's
Wushi?
Play first.
Your turn.
All three of us. Yeah. I'll host a Let's Play series after I get my current project done, May 15th.
Okay. I'll be out
Let's
of
do
school
it.
by then. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sounds like a good time.
Anything with you two is a good time.
Oh,
come.
you.
Aw.
Oh, what good laughs we share.
Hey, Wushu, you going to too many games?
Wow.
Not this year.
Next year?
Are we even gonna go to too many games next year, or are we going somewhere else?
Where else would we go?
Well, I guess, but
Are you?
we have not gotten that far yet.
I have looked into a few other things like PAX East and stuff.
Yeah.
I still like too many games the most
I-
because it's like
I
it's
do, yeah.
Based on it's focused on collecting instead of like demos and stuff like that.
I mean, I like they have a bit of a different focus down south. There's stuff like what MagFest, music and games, where
MagaFest?
MagFest. No, not MagaFest. MagFest. Yeah.
You
I've
guys
never
know any good Midwestern events, specifically in the Midwestern state that I live in?
Not in that state.
that all you
Let me look
people
it
that
up.
live like 20 hours away from me
What
can all
conventions?
coordinate and drive to or fly to, just so I don't have to.
I mean, not in that state, but Midwest Gaming Classic is the thing. I know that.
You can go to U-Haul Green Industry Conferences and Trade Show in Park City.
Is that okay?
You should make us fly all the way out there.
Yeah.
It's not gaming related.
Yeah. Make like 10 people fly to me instead of just one person who lives far away.
We'll just go to Too Many Guns. It's okay.
What? Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay.
Uh,
You remember how like this? When I was joking about it, but whenever I joked about it, when I was like, "Hey, we should do a road trip where I just like drive down, pick up Joe, then drive up and pick up Wushi, then drive over, and I just like go pick everyone up."
Yeah.
We should do. I kind of really want to do that.
I mean, we joked about doing it that way first too many games, didn't we?
I don't remember. I took. About
I'm
it at some
pretty
point.
sure you did.
But like I could drive up to Simon Cat's house and pick him up and go to Smash Max's house.
Well, that would be a very out of the way to do it. Well, actually, would it? No, it would. You would pick up Smash
Well-
Max first.
Well, if we're on to 2 games, I guess. Because you live closer
Yeah,
to it. 'Cause
I
you
live
in
right there.
New York City.
I do. I live in the Big Apple. This is not misinformation.
Hey, when you say that, do you picture an apple in your head?
No.
I do. I've always for some reason I picture an apple in like a little teacup. I don't know where that came from. Like
Huh?
a giant apple in the sky, in a teacup in the sky, a giant teacup in the sky, but it's a little giant teacup, in proportion to the apple.
I just picture a city.
My mom used to have a keychain with like an apple on it that said the Big Apple. So now I just think of like an apple keychain.
Where did that teacup come from? What childhood thing triggered? What childhood experience triggered the teacup in there?
No, it's weird.
I never thought about that. That was always been normal to me.
All right.
Have you ever
Wait, no. Quick quiz question. What's the capital of New York State?
New York?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, they moved it.
Was it?
They moved
Okay.
it?
Well, it probably wasn't New York City for a very long time. It's Albany, I think. Pretty sure.
I believe it was New York for like a while, and they changed it to Albany recently.
Yeah. I like asking that question because I like geography and no one else I know does, and it's funny because it annoys them. Anyway, carry on.
You would get along with my brother, specifically talking about geography, and another buddy of mine. They can go on and on about geography facts, and I don't get it.
It's kind of fun.
Designed as the state capital in 1797. Okay, I may be making this up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I swear New York was the capital at some point.
Maybe
Okay,
it's-
actually no, I get it. I get like it's kind of fun to like if you're really knowledgeable on something, it's fun to like say facts about like, hey, I know this.
Yeah, I have a card game that's like it's really hard to describe. It's like this game. There's a U.S. States version. There's a European countries version. There's all sorts of versions, but it's like it's Uno where you try to place down all the cards, but the only way to place down cards is to play. They're all state cards, and you have to play a card that for a state that borders the one that's there.
Oh,
Um,
I hate that.
It's fun. I really like it, and everyone in my family hates me for it because
I suck at geography, dude.
I respect it. I respect that you enjoy that, and I understand the thought process that goes into enjoying it. But it is never something I got into.
yeah, that's fair.
That sounds like something that like if I knew geography, I'd be like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
But
if I knew about it, I'd be going on and
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Like I entirely understand where you're coming from, but like that's not what I chose to become knowledgeable on, unfortunately.
You know,
But if
while we're on this,
I could go on and on about Blender stuff that nobody knows the meaning of.
while
That's
we're
my
on
thing.
this conversation, I would like to ask the question: do you think Pennsylvania borders Canada?
Oh, the one that borders the lake.
Yes, it's
No.
that's been a
No, 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 it doesn't. No.
yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
been
I
a
think I agree.
that's been a funny.
That's like saying
that's
that like
been an inside
New York
joke.
borders France.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
it's been an inside joke with my family is like technically you can go from Pennsylvania to Canada. You just have to cross Lake Erie.
I can also go from Florida to Canada if I cross the United States.
Well, yeah, it's funny because it's the tiny little sliver. Anyway,
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I had a phase growing up of like Rubik's cubes, and I still have a bunch of them. Where I have the regular one, I have 2x2, I have 4x4, I have 5x5, I have the mirror cube, the best one. I have an egg that you can shift. I have the gear ball, I have the gear cube, I have the I forget what it's called. It's like a 4x2x2. It's cool. I don't know what it's called. I have a bunch of them. They're really cool. But because of that, I like got really good at a lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And so I got this board game called Rubik's Race, which is like a sliding puzzle.
I have that game.
I love that game.
I'm the one who owns it too. I got it for Christmas once.
Oh wow!
No
and
one
I
will
didn't
play
ask
it
for
with me.
And I didn't play it that much because I'm not good at Rubik's cubes.
I think because when I was like 5 is when I would try something for 5 seconds and just never do it again, and that was one of them.
I will say though, I've had more fun with Rubik's Race than I have with actual Rubik's cubes.
I love Rubik's Race, but no one will play it with me because they all suck at the puzzle.
Well, I would play it with you, but I would lose pretty bad.
Oh, I love it. You know, back when I was playing like pool every week, I mentioned this podcast. I sucked at pool, but in between my turns, I'd go up to the bar because the bar that I wasn't allowed to drink at. But I'd go up to the bar and just solve the Rubik's cube sitting up there. And every time I went, someone had scrambled it, so I just solved it every time. And the bartender was like, "Wow, you're so good at that." That was my socializing because everyone at the bar was like, "Wow, that was amazing." It was great.
I guess so.
All right. I think we're getting into in territory here.
That sounds about right. Do you have a question for us?
I have a couple
or-
questions I could ask.
All right.
Okay. Should I go for 1, 2, or 3?
3.
You want-
3 is calling my name.
3 is an ask the third question, or 3 is an ask all 3 questions?
Oh, ask the third one.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
What video game has no bad parts?
None of them.
There is no thing art created that is 100% perfect, but
Well,
No,
I'm not saying
get
like
the
not
question.
perfect.
There
I'm
are
saying
things out there I have nothing bad to say about.
like nothing's perfect, but some things are all good.
right, it's
Not
the
perfect, but good.
I understand
But,
the
like-
question. I'm just trying to think of like what that would be.
For an opposite example, Super Paper Mario, I have to be very specific when I say that. Super Paper Mario is like first level's good, or first chapter's good, second chapter's good, third chapter's good, fourth chapter is space, and it sucks, and I hate it. Everyone hates it. Fifth chapter, pretty good. Sixth chapter, what is the sixth chapter?
I like that one. If
I
not
forget
for
what the sixth chapter.
yeah.
Sixth chapter's the samurai one. It's fine. I'm not a big fan, but some people like it. Seventh chapter sucks. Fifth chapter or eighth chapter, it's fine, right? But there are moments in that where I'm like, oh, I've got to this section, roll my eyes, it sucks. But then there's some games where I can play through all of it, and not once am I like, I've got to the bad section now. What game is like that?
Okay, I know what you're talking about. No bad section in Super Metroid. It's the same game the whole
That's a
Yo.
good answer.
I would disagree. The starting point is a bit slow.
I guess because I replay the game a lot, and sometimes I don't always complete the replays. So I've played the first part way too much, but it's the only reason it's less good to me.
Super Metroid is good.
I'm looking
I
through.
think it's pretty good.
I'm looking through the games I've played.
Really, pretty much any Metroid game. Like, there's not a single part in any of them that I'm like, I don't
Alright,
want
can I just say Tropical Freeze?
Really?
There's not a bad
You can?
level. Yeah, there's not a bad level in Tropical Freeze, and I know there are
because the whole thing's bad.
there are slower ones. There's a whole underwater world, but underwater levels are fun in Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, because you can like do the spinning
yeah.
thing and swim really fast.
I think
That is a good game. Same with Donkey Kong Country Returns. They're both
Yeah.
good.
that one's less so.
Oh yeah. I don't like it as
Really?
I don't like it as
I
much,
almost-
but like
I like what I like about Donkey Kong Country Returns is that there's it's the I don't know, I just secret exits kind of make me mad to look for sometimes. This is purely a me thing, but the fact that Returns doesn't have any secret exits
I get
makes
that.
it more fun for me to 100%.
Yeah, I like the
Wow.
I really like Returns is obviously amazing. I guess just Tropical Freeze is more creativity, which makes sense. But
They're both great.
Yeah.
I also feel like Returns sort of ramps up the difficulty a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But that's also just a me thing.
Returns is a
but
little
I don't know.
harder.
I almost prefer Returns.
For me, the generic answer is Mario Odyssey, Because when the game came out, every review I saw was like, unlike the previous Mario games, this one doesn't have any bad sections.
What?
Which,
Well,
like,
I mean,
yeah,
what bad sections
they're right.
were there in 3D Land and 3D World? I don't know. I guess the repeat
The whole
content?
game, Simon Cat. I'm kidding. No, but like the 64 had like the
And it makes sense.
upstairs not as good. Sunshine had the things like the Pacino machine and the stupid Pianta Villa. I hate Pianta Villa.
Galaxy and Galaxy 2 have filler.
Galaxy 2 have a few things that are like, they're usually pretty good, but there's a couple
Yeah.
things, especially if you count having to replay Galaxy.
Yeah, like I said,
as
filler.
Luigi, technically. But Mario Odyssey, I 100%ed it recently, and I was just like, this is great the whole time.
Dang, that's a lot of power moons there.
I was.
Yeah,
I
I mean-
forget how many. It's like what 800.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of getting into some. I forget what I've cut out and what I've left in of the video at this point, but I know, one thing, I have some issues with Odyssey, but overall I can't say there's a part that's significantly lower quality than any of the others.
I'm gonna make a new series on my channel where instead of making unique videos, I just respond to things I disagree with in your guys' videos.
Wait, and who?
You know,
Dude, I
Everybody.
I thought you said
the
Ventus.
video that I'm currently working drops. I want to see what you disagree with in that in my 10-year anniversary video.
I don't know what it's about yet, but I'll find
You'll
something
find
to disagree
out.
with. You know, because like Smash Max makes a video and he's like, Galaxy 2 was pretty good, and Findus makes a video that says Galaxy 2 sucks, and I'm like, well, I disagree with one of them, so I gotta make a video about why.
That would be interesting,
That's
having
true.
the two videos back. Like, it is interesting that the two people uploaded the two videos back to back, and obviously while I agree with one a lot more, it is interesting having the two perspectives and not all the same.
And you agree with Wooshi.
Yep, and I like Galaxy 2.
And Wushi agrees with
Dude,
Wacko.
That's your stance on that.
Wushi's Wushi's anniversary video is actually at Mario Galaxy 2. Spoilers.
Yeah, it's about it's a Mario Galaxy 2 review where I'm like, yeah, I can't believe I've been doing it this long. Anyway, Super Mario Galaxy 2, and I go on from there.
Okay, because I don't really care what I say on this podcast and like what I spoil. I have a potential idea where my anniversary video actually could be a Galaxy 2, but like 10th
Wow.
anniversary of the channel. Maybe
When is my
I might
anniversary?
do that, but that will be long once I've stopped doing gaming stuff. So it'll be a nice return for a one video. So it'll be interesting.
Official real current stuff. What do I count my anniversary as?
When
Because like my technically my first video ever uploaded was May 30th, 2020, but that wasn't like similar to my main content. The first video that I have content like now was April 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
2021.
I'm celebrating like the day I started the channel, Diamond Creeper making plush videos. I'm
so
celebrating.
the day you made the channel, or the day you first uploaded?
I first uploaded on the day I made the channel, so it might be different for other people, but I'm going from the day I made the channel to right now, celebrating every single era and different style of content I've experimented with.
Yeah, I mean, I because obviously doing the same genre of stuff I do now, or at least I'm doing right now. That wasn't until August 1st, 2020, but there was the little bit of stuff, weird stuff before that. The weird world,
It really
world of
depends, because
Wendy's.
My channel has never like consistently like been one thing. It's always like changing, and I'm hoping to sort of find my I know I'm 10 years deep, but I'm hoping to find my footing here, and like sort of stick with something with this new era,
Yeah.
with this new decade-old era. But
Be focused.
you know, I have so many different eras and different types of content that I've experimented with, and I'm hoping this new one will be the beginning of a little more consistency on the main channel.
Yeah, yeah, because
But I'm acknowledging like every path I've taken. It's sort of the idea of the video, because there's not much else I can do with a channel like mine.
it's a good idea. But I don't know how many of you guys even took notice that the first video I uploaded was this 10 years. The first video uploaded ever to the channel was 10 years of Super Mario Galaxy 2 on May 23rd, which is 2020, which is May 23rd, 2010 was when the game released. And all the video was just a few minutes compilation of me going into first person with music in the background, and that was it. So I had an idea. Well, what if I just procrastinate or like put off a Galaxy 2 video until 10 years of my channel, so I can do 10 years of my channel, 20 years of Galaxy 2, and I can include a section from the original video like that in it, and all that cool stuff.
You have 5 years.
I know.
Okay, to be fair, technically, my video will also have you talk about Mario Galaxy 2 in it.
I know. Well, I've already talked about that game and Wii Sports Resort too much in really old bad videos and on other people's channels. So I want to just finally make something good on my own channel about I get those videos, but I mean those games, but it's funny because that's not even the only video I have in mind that I'm gonna upload it in 2030. Which I'm not actually won't talk about that one, but
well, in Tourney in 2034, we gotta do an update.
20 what is that?
'Cause November 19th, 2024, last year, Wushi was like, episode 3, I think. Wushi was like,
yeah,
like
10 years from now. Yeah, that episode. Oh, we'll be sure to do that.
We have to. This podcast has to keep going till then.
Yeah.
This is
pretty impressive it's gotten this far.
Oh, I was gonna say this earlier. When you were like, we start projects or we think of projects, we never start them. When you were like, hey, we should do a podcast, I was like, we're doing this. If we're saying it, I'm going to make sure we do it. So I was like, Sign Me Cat, we're doing it. And you're like, no, we can start it after that. No. We're starting it right now. Get Wushi. We're going to record. And you're like, well,
Sometimes
I got to do it. Like, no.
Sometimes you just have to, like, just go for it and force yourself to put your money where your mouth is. You're never going to get anything done.
Because I've seen so many channels and podcast channels from people I know that only this is not to throw shade at Wushi and his friends, but that only last like 7 episodes or a little bit more. So it's kind of crazy. Like, it's kind of crazy that we're still doing this.
Ghost and Auntie, friends of the show, they had a not a fishing podcast, and I don't know how often they were doing it, but they did 2 episodes fairly quickly, and they waited forever to do the 3rd, and I don't know if a 4th one's ever coming out. It might just be really slow. They might have like put it on the back burner. I'm not sure.
Wow. So
I will say
we've passed.
We did.
I do sincerely believe that the most podcasts, the main podcasts that actually last are the ones that are people's jobs. Yeah.
Those ones are the ones that will go on indefinitely for the most part.
Do you count radio show hosts?
No, those are different in my mind.
I guess. Okay, we've been doing this for an hour and a half. You guys ready to end?
Hold on, I got it real quick. There's
okay, what's your last thing?
Okay, yeah, I have only listened to like 1 episode of this, but just to use a random podcast as an example benchmark to surpass.
Oh, you said benchmark. I thought you went bench, and I thought you were gonna say Shapiro.
Goalpost.
Goalpost?
Yeah, a goalpost to pass. We're gonna have more episodes than the disc only podcast. All right, there are 47 episodes.
What is that?
It's TRG people, some random people from TRG. Smash Max listens to it. They're cool.
How
They're
many
cool,
episodes?
but for yeah, I said for 47 for. I'm sure
47.
good reasons. They ended it at episode 47, so that's our goal. We gotta pass episode 47. Not that
Alright.
there isn't something planned for episode 67 anyway, but
40. Well, we do have something planned for 67, but if we do 30, no, if we do 20, what I forgot that 26 episodes a year, we're getting to 57. It's like 2 years away.
and in some ways I'm kind of glad no one watches this because people are like, oh, there's podcasts are so oversaturated. No one cares, which is like, we're not doing it for you, we're doing it for us. But that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I'm doing it so that I can see that. Oh, look, I made a thing with a big number in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing it because I just love talking to my boys.
Yeah,
it's good to like sort of clear time out to talk to you guys because I can't always just be calling every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it because if we didn't, Wooshi would never talk to us.
Well, yeah. Wacko doesn't do it. Wacko does it for the numbers. He doesn't do it because he cares about talking to us. He'd rather.
I'm getting a call on Discord again. If you know, like when you get a call, I don't know if this is on Android, but on iPhones, if you're getting a call, you can press the power button, and it will stop ringing, but the call doesn't cancel. So like you don't have to deal with it anymore, but the other person doesn't know that you declined the call, and it's really useful, if not a bit deceiving. Can you do that on Discord?
I don't know. I've never
have
even
no idea.
attempted to do that with any call.
Yeah, I just let it ring out. I don't risk it.
No, it's so nice. It's like your friend calls you and you're like in the bathroom. Like, I don't want to answer. You just
Not
like, press
now.
the button. You press the button. They don't know you have an answer. They just think that you don't have
Who's
your phone
calling
on
you in the
but it stops
bathroom?
ringing.
What the
Like that
heck? I just got a call from someone right now on Discord. What?
Where'd he go? What?
Oh, clearly an important person too. If he's gotta leave the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
President
you
over
know,
here.
Well, I guess Simon Cat's
The
already
episode
quit.
was ending anyway, so
Yeah. Well, do
unless
you want to end it without him or wait till he
30
gets
minutes
back?
without him, that
Do you wanna wait for
happens
him-
sometimes.
Do you want to wait for him to get back or end it without him?
That would be kind of funny if we, or we could play a word game.
Oh, for those that don't know, before
That
we were waiting
is
for
so
Simon Cat-
funny.
He's
I
back!
actually got a call. So funny is actually got a call on Discord as we were talking about this. You can't
Who was
make
it?
this up.
I know.
It was a friend of the show. Well, I don't know if he's been on. Well, he's friend of us and Ventus HD Zero Slade.
Zero?
Yeah, Zero.
Yeah, that was who was calling me, dude.
Wait, did he just call you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darn. I did not answer. I'm sorry, Zero. I'm in the podcast. I'll call you back.
Yeah, that's that's nuts. You can't make this up.
Anyway, as I was saying before Simon Cat was back, before he was here, we were playing word games, me and Wooshi.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I won because Wooshi quit.
No, I didn't quit. Simon Cat joined before we could before the
you could
game
lose.
could end. The only reason I would have lost is the massive stretches I was making in the clear cheating that I was doing by not listing off all the things and just coming up with
did.
a rhyme.
Yeah, we were. You know, do you
A
get
rhyme that
Simon
didn't
Cat?
apply, by the way.
Do you know the going on a trip game? I mentioned to you before and you didn't know, or you forgot. And basically what it is like you say, I'm going on a trip. I'm gonna take an apple with the letter A, and the next person goes, I'm going on a trip. I'm gonna take an apple and a banana. And the next person goes, I'm going to take an apple, banana, and carrot. And you go, like, through the alphabet and say everything that came before plus a new letter. And she was like, how about we do that, but also make them all rhyme?
Yeah, I missed the alphabet part, so I didn't think the rhyming would be that hard. But yeah,
They
we played it with
were.
the alphabet and with the rhyming. Near the end, so like the letter E. Not only did I not list off all the things like I was supposed to, but it was epic Galatian.
Yeah,
something?
epigulation. Well, okay. Do you remember what all of them were? It was
application,
application, then
Whatever you
bilateral,
bilateral.
bilateral. I forget what it was.
So it was your answer.
Oh shoot! If I go to my search history, it'll be there because I looked up to make sure it was a real thing. Adhesion, bilateral adhesion.
Application, bilateral adhesion, already
And
a bit of a stretch.
Then you did collaboration.
I have no context for any of this.
Then I did delegation. Then
That
you
was a good one.
You did.
I did epigulation.
Then I
As in
following
the
that
book of the
did,
Bible.
yeah, I did. You're like, I'm gonna use like adjective rhyme. I was like, well, I can do that. So I went. What did I do? I went funky
The funky cow?
station, funky station, I think.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Simon Cat joined, and we couldn't go back to Wuxi.
There is one more thing I wanted to say before I got a call, which is just that usually podcasts with friends, where they are still like hanging out, but the reason the podcast stop is because editing is such a commitment, and I'd like to pat ourselves on the back for the system we have. We're so cool.
We're rotating.
Yeah, we rotate editing.
Yeah.
Also, we're already editors.
Well, you're right, but
Also, editing a podcast is. I mean, it's time consuming, but you can play the thing at 2 times speed. Cut out the things you're supposed to cut out. Put pictures on screen when you have to. Wacko, put a picture of Luigi on screen right now.
Okay.
I just gave you something to do at the very end of the podcast.
I'll find it. Don't worry.
Whatever.
I will say that like as we get better at this, like the more podcasts we do, the better we are. Because like the first episode, we like take a lot of pauses to figure out like what we're gonna say, and whatever. But like the more we go on, the less pauses we take because we're just getting more comfortable like talking for a podcast. And which makes podcasts easier to edit because you have to cut out less.
Well, I still think
Well,
I still think the biggest problem with that episode was the way I decided to go about the topic, which is just I didn't write down bullet points or anything. I was just like, okay, here is vague story and a bunch of unrelated things.
And then I had to edit all the pauses. It was the worst experience of my life. No, it wasn't. And I have to do it again right now. No,
I barely fixed any pauses in our last one because they were always like we always commented on them, and I didn't know what to do with it.
like at 21 minutes in.
Yeah. Like after every single pause, we commented on the pause and expanded on the conversation from like what am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know.
Here we go talking about our show again. It's come every episode.
Shush your face. I started talking. I started watching. I started listening to the podcast last night. I was like, dude, this is awesome. I'm so hyped to talk to the boys tomorrow. And here we are.
Who was it who brought up the we're just going to be silent until Wuxi returns? Was it Sten?
That was
yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna talk about my desk because my drawer is funky. And he was like, how are we silent? I was like, yep.
Yeah, I really like that editing thing. I see it. I see.
Wuxi was like,
it's a common.
Wuxi was like, thanks guys.
It's a common thing. And it's funny every time when you zoom out.
It really is. I've already done it in one of my videos, and I had to go and do it in the podcast because what else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Hold on. Have you done it in the anniversary special?
It was not an anniversary special. It was a New Year's special.
No, the new video you're working on now.
Oh, the one that no, there's none of that in there. Wacko, do that right now. Make it zoom out of the video right now and say wah 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 wah.
Wacko.
Okay.
It's Pac-Man. Brandon.
Wah,
Words.
wah, 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 wah. There we go.
Friend group
How's
inside joke.
that? Future Wuxi and Simon Cat, how did I do?
I'll
Comment your answers
comment.
below. No, don't say it now. You're not Future Wuxi.
Yeah. Sorry. It's really funny to me giving you a bunch of stuff to do like right at the end of the podcast.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, you know what?
So, like this episode was so close to being an easy one.
I'm so.
Hold on.
Wait.
I'm gonna. What?
I'm sorry. I'm just realizing and bringing this up now. I have no idea logistically of what the process is for even doing this or if it's possible. But it would be really cool if we had a hotline you could call. You could call in, and we could people call in and we play the calls, on the podcast and we talk about them and stuff?
Who is calling into?
No one, but it would be cool. Okay.
It would be
Oh,
really
that would be cool.
That-
You could probably set it up if you found like an online phone basically, where like you could call through Google or something,
Yeah.
and you can call and answer it on the computer. It'd be a setup, and no one would call it, and it would cost us money to keep the line.
Oh,
open.
yeah, you're right.
But it'd be cool. We could just give out our phone number. Hey Siri, what is Simon Cat's phone number?
Oh, no.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone.
Actually, it wouldn't.
Okay.
It wouldn't. Sierra would not respond to Simon Cat because that's not who I am in your contacts.
I didn't.
It is. That is what you are, Mike. I have it as
We
your
technically
nickname.
kind of had like Spiffy and Coffee call in before, like not on
Oh,
the
yeah.
podcast, but just. But
Oh, well, okay.
they were just Spiffy just thought it was a normal hangout call. Coffee was talking about Markiplier or something.
You know, earlier when Simon Cat wasn't here, I told Siri to call Simon Cat, and then it called Stone Scone. They do not sound the same at all. I think Siri has something wrong.
So
with it.
many of us in our groups, our usernames start with S.
Spiffy, Simon Cat, Stone Scone,
Smash Max.
Smash Max.
Yeah, within the whole
So-so
group,
Susangs,
you definitely
Swooshy.
outnumber the W's, but within the podcast, like we're on top.
Okay.
Yeah, the only reason that I invited Wooshi was so that, or we decided Wooshi should come on was because I needed to gang up on Simon Cat.
Yeah. Yep.
This was totally your idea.
Yeah,
or not,
they
yeah.
actually
Exactly.
off camera they actually they despise me. They say horrible things to me on a
Off
regular basis.
I say it
Uh,
on camera, dude.
Yeah, and on
Wooshi, you
camera.
suck.
But they just they let me on the show just this once, just so we could spread more negativity and bully Simon Cat.
Oh, now we're
for
bullying
those
me,
that
okay.
don't know, all previous episodes and this one were all recorded in one sitting.
Yeah, yep.
We're still in November right now.
We're pretty ahead. We're pretty ahead of
Man, it
schedule.
would be weird to
If
go
we
back to
said anything-
November right
so
now.
it's kind of weird that it's kind of weird that a lot of my episodes are still a day or two late. But yeah, we're very ahead.
Yeah, if we see anything topical, we just guessed. Whoops.
Yeah, surely the Switch 2 is out by now.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about the Switch when it was like announced. I mean, it hasn't been announced yet because it's still November.
Yeah, surely it's been announced by now.
Yeah, well, I predict that it's going to be announced April 2nd. Oh, well, it's going to have a direct April 2nd.
No, this is.
Comment below if he was right.
So that was actually more misinformation. We've not recorded any of this in November. This is all well, it was November, but we all recorded it in November of 2016.
How old are we?
Hi, it's Diamond Creeper.
No, not hot. You guys speak like a child. Hello, it's me.
No, we still speak like
This
this.
is clearly what I sound like as a child.
We don't age.
This is Diamond Quipo. I'm I'm 2016. I'm 10 years old.
Hello.
And
This is- What was
my
I?
my favorite character to put in my videos is King Pig.
Hello, this is Scholar Dude, and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play channel.
Did you have a Minecraft Let's Play channel in 2016?
No, but I pretended I did.
I might as well have. I kind of did. I did more than just Minecraft. I did plush videos. I did a few other random games, but I was mostly Minecraft Let's Plays in 2016. Well, more plush videos, but you know.
My mom didn't
Minecraft
let me
Let's
make a YouTube
Video-
channel.
The timeline goes plush videos, or like three Let's Play videos. Then my recording app broke, so I did plush videos for 2 years. Then few Minecraft Let's Plays. I started easing more into gaming. Then 2 years of Roblox. Then like 2 year a small period where I didn't know what I was doing. I want to say 1 or 2 years of Nintendo review stuff. And then from there, it's just been whatever I feel like making in that very moment.
Hello, I'm Simon Cat. This is 2016, and I am the Prime Minister of New Zealand.
You finally aged past 12.
Shut up, Wacko. I can find ways to say that.
Did you say whack at it?
No, I didn't say whack at it. I said wacko.
Are we gonna have a gender bend podcast?
Well,
Usually
what,
that's
we
a
just-
cartoon trope, but I
That
think we need
is.
to take that into the podcasting sphere.
Yeah, let's do
We'll
a
do
gender bit
voice
episode where we
changers.
all
It'll
take
be-
it
Can we
where-
hire three?
No. We just, like-
beautiful women.
Yes!
to pretend
Wait,
to
that'll be
us?
better than voice changers.
No, guys. Let's just let our girlfriends record the
Oh,
episode.
sorry. You're right. My bad.
Yep.
Can we end the episode now?
Yeah, if you're a beautiful woman watching this,
Leave. You're not our target audience.
but if you want to pretend to be your favorite podcasters, even though you're not our intended audience and you don't belong here, like go ahead. I think Simon Cat made our server public.
I did.
He did.
So it's somewhere if you look for it.
It's in the description of the episode.
We're just blatantly not including women
Yeah,
now.
Kind of weird how that's a
Oh,
like the server that we record these episodes in is just public. Like any single person can go click that link and join this episode right now.
Yeah, this isn't a private channel either. We're in like a public VC.
We do.
Private PC. We leave
We
our,
just
well, oh yeah, we just never use it, do
Yeah.
we?
It would be really funny if someone were like a fan.
It would be so funny.
I guess we only have to start using it if it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Like if it happens a few times, like that'll be funny. If it becomes a very consistent thing, we're gonna have to use the private one, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Every time I've been like, okay, it's time to end it. You guys are like, okay, I guess something else to say, and then it's gone on for like an hour extra.
It happens every time.
I blame you people. You're making me edit so much more.
Every single time. It's because we're friends and we have a lot to talk about and we love each other. We don't wanna
we've
stop
been over this. We're
talking.
not friends.
Even though we always have a post podcast conversation, it is great. Even when I have to leave sometimes, every time.
Okay. Well, should I ask another question to end it, or should I
No, just end it. It's 1:49.
It's never gonna end if we don't.
Where?
Okay, it's
Well,
1:49.
I'm at 1:49 in my recording.
So am I. All right, thank you all for watching. We had a question. It was 49 minutes ago.
Yep.
Who are you stealing that from?
Please join our Discord server and pretend to be us.
Only if you're women and hot.
If you're a very beautiful woman.
Like
I'll send
me.
you a yellow shirt and a black hat, and you can just pretend to be me. You can shave your head, do whatever it takes to look more like me. Actually, no, don't do that.